A lot of people have this impression of what Download Festival is, and a lot of people are wrong. Corn, it's about damn time.
Is it ever? I didn't realize. And you know, if you'd asked me, I said, oh yeah, I'm sure they have, haven't they? It's like they've headlined the main stage at some point, haven't they? You'd think, because they're also not new.
Well, I think the way as with Green Day, their debut was 94.
Green Day and Korn, Friday and Sunday, great idea, and Sleep Token in the middle. I mean, that's well done, well played. Right, because you have your two anchors right there, but then you have the new in the middle for those going derp derp derp. I go back to the story when I was having a chat with Andy Cobbing many years ago in the bunker when we were with Team Rock, and I said, well, you know, how do you deal with the negativity? He said, you know what? With the year I booked AC/DC, I thought, that's it, I've done it, I've cracked it, this is the one that everybody wants. And so they made the announcement, AC/DC, and sure enough, and out they came. It doesn't matter who. And he said, you know what, doesn't matter who I book, there's going to be naysayers. I book what I think is right. And that attitude is fantastic, and that is shown in that announcement.
It's a well-rounded bill, but I see what people are saying. So I know that one of the fam, I think it was Rob Steen, I think he put a post on Facebook talking about how he could tell, or at least he got the impression that Download was now, let's think, how did he put it? I think it was paying for years of not investing in future headliners. And I'm not 100% certain that I would agree with him, but Rob does have a point that there were quite a few years where Download did not push new headliners. They didn't do that, and it was a bit of a revolving door of, your Def Leppard, your Maidens, your Metallicas, then there was your Sabbath, and all that kind of stuff. And that was a thing. But I think over the last few years, we've kind of reached that tipping point where so many of the older bands, who sold millions of records and were virtually household names, so many of those older bands have now gone away, that they've been forced to do this. And you can make the argument, as I think Rob was making online, that maybe Download should have invested in newer headliners sooner. And I kind of take that point. But then they always have, to an extent. Don't forget, it was Andy Copping that gave Slipknot their very first festival headline shot back in 2009. That was, can you imagine, Moose? That was a long shot at the time.
Yes. Well, everybody started as a long shot at some point in time.
Yeah.
Somebody did. Yeah, and that's it. But I mean, that if those bands were there, those new bands were there that would shift the tickets required to make sure that it's in profit, it's a no-brainer. I think it's that simple. Those bands weren't there.
Yeah.
During that time, that newish band that just it was not there.
And I think what Downloads have benefited from is with the retirement and disappearance of a lot of the older bands, that's probably been part of it, but they've made a conscious shift towards a younger demographic. As a result, partly of the Download pilot, and the success that they had with that with aiming younger in 2021. And with that, they've kind of got rid of most of the classic Rocky elements, which allows them to focus on. So I think, tell me what you think, Moose. I think the demographic, the target demographic of Download now is teens through to 40-somethings.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so, without question.
Green Day, I was 13 when they dropped Dookie, and I'm 40. So you could have, I think it's 40-somethings is kind of the upper limit of the target demographic for Download now, which understandably is leaving some 40-somethings who are maybe into the older kind of stuff, and 50-somethings and upwards, leaving them out in the cold a bit. You're like, oh, well, I don't dig that. And that's totally fine for folks to feel like that. But that's then you're not the target audience anymore. Moose, you are not the target audience.
And I haven't been for. Hopefully, I'm not. Fucking hell, why would you do that? I mean, seriously. I mean, we have been saying this for God knows how many years. And so you have to replenish. You have to, because regardless of what happens, people are going to lose interest or go, and so that's just the way it is, and that's why it has always been. I think we just had this period where rock and metal kind of didn't have the new names that were big enough to justify a main stage headliner. That's the fact, I think. And so as soon as there was one, they say, "Yep, these people will sell tickets." Boom, they're there. It's that simple. I mean, I don't think we have to overthink this too much.
A lot of people have this impression of what Download Festival is, and a lot of people are wrong. There's no nice way of saying it. A lot of people go, "Doop-a-doop, that's not metal." The age-old line, "That's not metal." "Oh, why are they booking Green Day? They're not a metal band." It's like Download has never made any claims whatsoever to be a metal festival. None whatsoever. Sure, some years have been more metallic than others. There have been some damn heavy bands play there, When you get Slipknot playing, when you get your Metallica's playing, Iron Maiden, of course. There's a lot of heavy metal that happens there, but Green Day, first and foremost, has always... Green Day. Download, if I get it right, has always been a rock festival, which sometimes has metal bands on. If you want a metal festival, that's what Bloodstock's for. And they do a damn good job as well.
They do.
But Download is a rock festival, first and foremost, which encompasses the whole gamut of the world of rock and metal, as evidence, with Green Day, Sleep Token, Korn, Weezer, Don Broco. I don't think anybody's going to go out there and call Weezer metal, which is why I think some people are a bit put out by this announcement. But Download's a rock festival. Always has been. Even going back to before it was Download, back in ye olden times, it was called Monsters of Rock. Yeah, I dig it, and I'm looking forward to covering this festival.
Yep.
I just hope we get some slightly better weather than we got this year.
That was nothing, man. You should have been there back in the year.
Don't start with that one, man. Don't start.
All part of it. All part of it.
So you can always let us know what you reckon. All right, so we'll be chatting about this on air at Primordial Radio over the coming days and weeks and whatnot. You can always get in touch via our Discord server as well. What do you think? Download 22, which is happening in Download 2025, which is in no way confusing and not messing me up at all.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask in this press release that came through that the event was attended by the rock and metal elite. So you'd be part of that, would you not?
Apparently, I am one of the rock and metal elite.
Well done, sir. Congratulations.
Primordial Radio.